Leon Edwards, man. The guy did it. The guy did the unthinkable. Well, I predicted against Leon Edwards in my prediction video, and man, I was damn wrong. The guy is good. I think the best tool that he has is fight IQ. I think that's what he really, really has. But it was just a perfectly placed head kick. Like, I did not even see it coming. Nobody saw it coming, other than Leon Edwards. Like, I did not see that Kamaru Usman was slipping to the right. Like, I was not seeing that, you know? And there was literally just a minute, and all of a sudden, Leon Edwards gets the finish. Like, it was just such a crazy ending to the fight. And I don't want to take Leon Edwards' celebratory moment here, but but the trilogy is gonna be way harder. I am telling you this. The trilogy is gonna be way harder, man. The trilogy is gonna be way harder. Because you got somebody like Kamaru Usman. And Kamaru Usman is a very insecure guy. And being insecure is a really good thing. It can really drive you, to become somebody that, that has never gone through that, like. And I said this in my prediction video because it's very hard to explain what I'm trying to say. But Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman really reminds me of John Jones. John Jones always used to flip the narrative. It was always, oh, John Jones can't inside fight. Then all of a sudden, there he is inside fighting, the master of inside fighting. And, ooh. And I see that in Kamaru Usman. I see that in Kamaru Usman, how, John Jones always used to feel as though, the majority of people that does not believe that he will win, he needs to prove them wrong. Even though that amount of people is not big, he still wants to prove that, the mass is wrong. Like, there's 500 people that believe you will lose. John Jones, other than looking at the 500,000, looks at the 500 that believes that he will lose. And for me, I see that in Kamaru Usman. Instead of, he sees that fighters don't, they don't. Oh. Ooh. Like, he sees that they're not, respecting Kamaru Usman, that they're not giving him his respect, and that they believe that they will lose. And for me, when you really lose to somebody like that, to somebody that you've already beaten, it can really drive you, and I think Kamaru Usman is at that point where he's very driven. He's very driven because, he's never been beaten like that, He's never been, treated like that. He's never been treated like that. I've not seen such a thing. And for me, I think that will just drive Kamaru Usman more. Like, to me, how that loss, exists is that he got complacent. He thought that, okay, I'm just gonna win, a pretty easy decision, you know, that he's just gonna win the fight and he's gonna go home with his belt. Because, I mean, just like I thought that he was gonna, that he was just gonna get that decision, that it was just gonna be a quick decision and there was just 1 minute on the clock. Like, I thought what he also thought, and it's very explainable why he would think that, you know, and, oh, for me, it's, he got complacent, he got, like, overly confident that, okay, I'm gonna win this, and he did not throw offense. He played safe. He really played safe. Because earlier he was putting the pressure, he was putting the pace on Leon Edwards. But all of a sudden he took a bit of relaxing time. He sort of just backed up, played it safe. And that gave Leon Edwards opportunity to do something big. And he did. Leon Edwards did something massive, Oh. And, And when Kamaru Usman played it safe, that's, him, like, I saw that he got complacent. I saw that he sort of took the time off, like, oh yeah, this is just gonna be that. He's gonna be one of those easy wins, and he gets caught with a shot that nobody saw coming other than Leon Edwards. Truthfully, nobody, bro. Nobody saw that coming. Like, I don't even think, the coaches, Leon Edwards' coaches saw that coming, because, I mean, only Leon Edwards, And when Kamaru Usman played it safe there, he got complacent. He got very, relaxed. And for me, that's the mistake that he did. Sort of take that time off. Sort of take that, sort of took that opportunity, because he knew that there was only a minute left. All he had to do was just play it safe, and he tried to. But that gave Leon Edwards the opportunity to do something. Because Kamaru Usman, bingo, Kamaru Usman was throwing his offense. And the best defense is offense. And Kamaru Usman's defense earlier was his offense, his pace, his pressure, his takedown attempts, his, it sort of, makes you think about the takedowns, and, that relentless pressure, that barrage of punches, and, the moment he stopped throwing offense is the moment that he stopped his defense. The moment that there was no defense. And the trilogy will be harder. I guarantee that. Kamaru Usman is a very insecure guy. He's a very insecure guy. And if you tell me that this loss would not drive him even more, you're not, bro, get out of here. Oh. Because for Kamaru Usman, it's like, okay, I'm already champion. I'm already Hollywood. Oh, yep, he gets it. I'm already Hollywood. Already have all these accolades. And And man, but now he does not have it anymore. You know, there's a different feeling. Oh, oh, that was good. And for me, it was a mistake that Kamaru Usman made. But I know that that will not happen again. I guarantee you that that will not happen again. You know, Kamaru Usman, you know, like I said, he reminds me of John Jones. You know, he really reminds me of John Jones and the way that they think, you know. And I said this in the prediction as well. You know, being sensitive and insecure are different things. Being sensitive is hating that you're an underdog. Being insecure is loving that you're an underdog. It gives you that extra motivation, that motivation to get up in the morning and, you know, grind, just grinding and grinding. And, you know, for me it's that mentality of Kamaru Usman that he's not gonna get beaten by somebody that he already beat. Somebody like Leon Edwards. You know? And I know that if this guy loses, the rematch would definitely be harder. A tougher task at hand. Because that boy ain't just gonna give up that quickly. That guy is not just gonna do that, you know, just, yeah, I lost. I know he's not that type of guy, man. I know he's not that type of guy. And I don't want to say this. I do not want to say this, but I have to. Okay? It's how I sometimes you just gotta be harsh, you know? What I'm doing, like, sometimes you just have to be harsh, you know? Like, sometimes you just have to be very candid and very honest. And, oh, and don't get mad. Don't get mad. This is what I just think. I think this is Leon Edwards' ceiling. I think this is where he can only go. Being a champion. That's just it. And I don't want to say that because that's, like, how do I even know that? But that's how I feel, you know? And I don't like the word destiny or, you know, luck, or because, you know, destiny is really discrediting, you know, the actual achievement. You know? And it feels as though everything was like destiny, you know? And when he was talking about the bad luck that he had from, you know, from the fights that was canceled, from, you know, his father and his family, and oh, not just his father and his family, but himself, you know? And it feels to me as though it's destiny. Like, it's destiny that's at play right now. You know, it's destiny. Because it's very hard to believe that all of a sudden, you know, there's this guy that just knocks out, in my opinion, you know, the next welterweight GOAT. Power get up. And for him to just do Kamaru Usman like that, it's very hard to believe, man. Oh my lord. Exactly how it played out. And it's very hard to believe. But that's what happened. You know? But it feels to me as though that's just the ceiling of Leon Edwards. That he's just gonna get this but not everything. Oh my lord. Oh, he tried to grab the clinch. That is exactly how we got KO'd. Not exactly, but you know, the part of the leg that hit the temple. But yeah, the trilogy is gonna be harder. I guarantee you that. And I think the whole Hamzat versus Kamaru Usman thing will be put in a halt. And I think there should immediately be a rematch. And then after that, Leon, if he does get beat, I'm not saying that he will. If you can give him to Masvidal if he wins against Gilbert, or maybe not. I mean, yeah, if he wins against Gilbert, you can put Masvidal right there with Leon Edwards, then Kamaru Usman and Hamza Chimaev. But man, I do not want to take this glorious and celebratory moment for Leon Edwards. The guy is so good, man. You know, the guy that you see on camera is very different from the guy that's in real life. You know, and for me, Leon Edwards, like that is his story. You know, he's gone through all these rough times, and you know that is his like the silver lining of his entire life. And you know, like the silver lining of everything he's been through. And man, the guy gives some respect to my man. Give some respect to my man. Like, I'm not jumping immediately to the fact that this is just his ceiling, but for me, it's very hard to believe that destiny is not at play. It's very hard to believe. And I think destiny is also at play, meaning this is his, this is just his ceiling. But obviously, I can be wrong, just like my prediction. But yeah, this was just a banger. Oh my lord, it was so fast. It was so fast. Like no setup, just straight up high kick. Well, thank you for tuning in on this one. And I'm out.